No, you guys assumed it was just a TV drama, but this is real life, real tears, and real betrayal on camera. Mama D just left the internet in tears, shaking, and outright exposing Bambi like never before. When I say she aired it all out, I mean every single filthy detail, from cheating receipts to little Scrappy's life, is in ruins. His marriage has burned to the ground. And guess who's being blamed? Bambi? But wait, Stevie J's name has also been dragged into this mess, and it's giving Puppet Master energy really badly. My son is broken. There's no innocent in this chili. Bambi just got canceled in 4K, and the way Mama D handled this isn't love and hip-hop. It's betrayal, warfare, and the most unfiltered family breakdown we've seen this year. Keep watching because you have no idea what's going to happen next. Yes, that Mama D. Yes, that Bambi, and yes, Lil Scrappy's name is back. In the mud as if he just slipped on betrayal and landed face first in heartbreak, because guess what I mean when I say shambles? I mean scorched earth chaos, spilled tea hotter than lava. And Mama D screaming with the force of 1,000 grieving mothers. That widely shared video of Mama D sobbing on Instagram Live wasn't simply a heartfelt tirade. Rather, it was a full-fledged, uncensored expose directed directly at Bambi, the woman she accuses of destroying her family. Or, as Mama D called her, the bringer of disaster. But wait, there's more. The charges didn't end with sadness, though. Mama D claims something more sinister, including manipulation, treachery. A covert affair that has reportedly been going on behind the scenes, and a calculated scheme to cut Scrappy off from the few people who have ever supported him, including her. Before we go any further, you already know what to do. Gather your munchies and receipts, because what we're going to witness is not merely a scandal but a complete family breakdown. It's complete with phones, recording, cameras rolling, and the internet flinging popcorn emojis like confetti at a disaster parade. Let's fast forward this chaotic film to the opening scene because, baby, this is not the first time that Lil Scrappy's kingdom has been under assault. It all began when Mama D, who was already well known for voicing her opinions as if they were guaranteed by the Constitution, went live on her social media accounts without wig adjustments or glam. Just tears, pain, and a ton of unfiltered "I told you the truth," and she yelled out, "They've been trying to take my son away from me, and now look." Look, what exactly are we looking at, Mama D? It's not a joyful family photo, in her opinion, as Bambi's relationship with Scrappy was a PR ploy gone wrong from the start. Mama D even claimed to have walked in on Bambi whispering beautiful betrayal into her phone at 2 a.m. in a love story filled with gaslighting, jealousy, and several private direct messages. She snapped that it was someone else on the other end, and I knew it wasn't my son. The internet went crazy when Mama D mentioned Stevie J, so this is where things turn ugly. Someone called her Queen Snake. But who is this mystery man? Is he a producer, a rapper, or a cast member from the shadowy reaches of VH1's love-hate universe? Although Stevie J has previously been connected to scandal, treachery, and disruption on reality shows. This time the accusations are coming from Scrappy's own mother, a woman who has been willing to throw her hands in fur coats and red bottoms since season 1. One unknown close friend of Mama D, who we'll call Miss YK, even leaked a message exchange between Bambi and an unnamed man kept on her phone as the genuine MVP, claiming to have heard and seen midnight texts exchanged behind Scrappy's back. The internet was ablaze with conspiracy theories after the texts where it was a lesser-known promoter who had previously worked with Benzino's former crew. However, the damage was already done, and Scrappy, who has kept a low profile on social media for a few months before abruptly going silent, removing pictures, unfollowing people, and making mysterious statements like, "Loyalty don't live here no more. I let a snake sleep in my bed. Ew." Fans are now comparing while Bambi has been attempting to keep it cool by sharing gym selfies and mantras, like peace over drama. Mama D isn't letting it go in the same live broadcast. She unleashed bombshell after bombshell, and even when they get 5, it makes more sense than silence, than assisted living facility, because, in Mama D's opinion, this was the final straw. I'm not at home while Jezebel goes about acting like she's family. She got angry, broke him down piece by piece, and then went after his mind. Now she's trying to erase his mama. Nah, baby, I'm not going to go silent, and you can bet that the blogs and gossip pages were flooded with reposts. Hashtags like #YinFree, #Scrappy, #Pray for Mama D, and #Bambi Exposed trended within hours of the live stream. And anonymous direct messages started pouring into well-known tea pages, alleging that Bambi had been quietly mentally checked out for months. One insider even alleged that Bambi had been, what does it mean that Bambi is leaving Scrappy behind to pick up the broken pieces of his reputation, heart, and family while house hunting in Los Angeles with someone who received a Grammy and a grudge? Some say it's just another case of Bambi jumping ship to start a new chapter with a famous face. Some claim it's a deeper narrative based on long-standing music business, treachery, and retaliation from the old-school Atlanta circle that never remembers who crossed who back in 2014. But let's not forget, as Bambi is being dragged through the internet's chaotic love and hip-hop triangle situation, mudslide of criticism, some fans continue to defend her, claiming that Mama D has always been overbearing, that Scrappy is an adult, and that perhaps Bambi lost her temper under duress. The live stream still shows the anguish in Mama D's voice, as she utters the heartbreaking cry, "I don't recognize child anymore." This mess is far from done. It's hit differently, and now we're left wondering if Scrappy is actually gone. Bambi has been controlling everything the entire time. And why Stevie J has been so quiet when his name is being shouted in every direct message thread from Atlanta to Los Angeles. Because just when we thought things couldn't get any uglier, Mama D moved up close to the camera, brushed away her tears, and muttered, "Y'all don't even know the half. There's video, and once it drops, it's over for you." Her final cryptic bombshell had the entire internet shaking. What type of video is it? Where was it shot? And more importantly, who is in it? Stay tuned, because part 2 will dissect the purported footage, the startling public responses, and the astounding assertions from fresh, anonymous insiders that Bambi and Stevie J had a covert partnership that began long before Scrappy realized this rabbit hole goes deep. And baby, we're going all the way in. When Mama D whispered, "There's video," the internet exploded, phones were dropped, group chats exploded, and in a matter of minutes, the video was trending without any footage being released. That's how badly the streets wanted the tea. But what's in this purported video? Who recorded it? And why is Bambi continuing to post her gym selfies while the internet is ablaze? Let's examine it from the perspective of people close to Mama D, who are now known as the Destroyers. The aforementioned video was surreptitiously captured online more than 6 months ago during a private after-hours industry event in Atlanta. This was no ordinary lounge. Rather, it was a private event at a posh Buckhead estate exclusively for VIPs, reality stars, and industry professionals. An anonymous tipster going by the name Loyal Spiller leaked a purported transcript of the clip to gossip blogs. Even half of it is true. Bambi may need a new PR team and possibly legal counsel. Fixers, no phones, no press, just vibes, and, presumably, betrayal. Let's read a little excerpt of what was purportedly stated on tape between Bambi and a man with dreadlocks, a lot of jewelry, and a raspy voice. Bambi is shown laughing and Scrappy, never questioning anything anymore, and simply following my instructions. "You always knew how to play the game, which is why I let that sink in. Bambi, once his mother leaves the picture, the game is finished and he will be mine." This transcript has not been confirmed, so it may be pure fan fiction, but in the realm of hip-hop and love, where chaos and reality are always dancing. The possibility alone was sufficient to drive people completely insane on the internet. Even more insane internet detectives declare that the voice in the background is, you got it, Stevie J, from the chain clinks to the signature chuckle. Fans started making audio breakdowns in an attempt to verify the identification, as if it were the creator of the VH1 drama film Zapruder even slowed down the audio to zero. The streets began to speculate that Bambi and Stevie J had been dating when 5 by Speed layered it over old Stevie J interviews and claimed a 94% match. Their bond is deeper than we could have ever imagined. Some claim that they have been communicating covertly since before Bambi and Scrappy were even married. Others are speculating that this was a planned takedown from the start. But why? Stevie J might benefit from this, but it gets even more when a former assistant of Mona Scott Young, who supposedly signed an NDA but says he is done protecting snakes, leaked a voicemail stating that Bambi and Stevie J were attempting to pitch a spin-off show behind Scrappy's back. The working title, let me add that, Atlanta Unleashed. The Betrayal Chronicles is a spin-off. And this shocking charge gives the entire story a new perspective. It implies that this was more than simply a messy love triangle. It was career sabotage, an attempt to create a new empire based on Scrappy's damaged reputation. Even the word it is a slap in the face. The Betrayal Chronicles, honey. The disrespect is cinematic, and Mama D naturally had her own reaction when this information surfaced. On the blogs, the following day, she returned to the show live, this time stone cold sober and prepared for war, just as you had imagined. You think God isn't watching? You think I'm not watching? But we're all watching now, and the crowd is consuming it like Sunday dinner. Screenshots of her live stream were shared all over the internet. And one picture of Mama D holding up a manila folder with the label Truth is now being Bambi, is keeping her quiet like a prize. With cryptic notes like sometimes the loudest room is the one full of liars, while the image is being memed as the new Kermit the Frog drinking tea, while sporting fancy heels and complete glitz. But that's not all, because as the situation escalated, fresh pictures purportedly revealed Scrappy's private messages to a family member, revealing his true feelings regarding Bambi and Stevie's supposed partnership. Here are the texts shared by Scrappy. She switched on me. Bro had me thinking Mama was the villain all this time. She's been moving dirty, pal. You good, Scrappy? I'm simply weary of being everybody's pawn. Whether the texts are real or not, they have sparked a flurry of commentary from fans who want Scrappy to stop keeping quiet. Some are calling for him to make his own receipts public, while others are pleading with him to defend Mama D, who many believe has been yelling the truth for years. And guess who recently returned to the conversation? Erica Dixon, a no-deleted Instagram story about Scrappy's. Some folks are finally seeing what I've been trying to tell y'all, but y'all aren't ready for that conversation. The story progresses. Is Erica going to intervene and reveal more? Behind all the drama, rumors, and viral memes, one thing is certain. Scrappy is spiraling uncomfortably close. Has she been sipping tea the entire time, watching the circus unfold from the sidelines? If so, we may be getting up for the messiest season finale. The man who once Prince of the South may now be the most deceived man in Atlanta. But Mama D isn't done yet. According to an informant, the rapper has been spotted appearing obviously worried, alone, and devastated. He has also canceled 2 studio sessions and doesn't even want to discuss music. In her most recent post, she hinted at an impending tell-all video called What VH1 Wouldn't Let Me Say, and stated that she is collaborating with a group of attorneys and truth-tellers to make everything she knows public. Let me reiterate what VH1 wouldn't allow me to say. It exposes. The real question today is whether Bambi can weather this PR Armageddon, or if this is the scandal that ultimately brings down the Queen of Com's reputation she has meticulously cultivated. Because even if she is innocent of half of these accusations, the court of as the world waits for the mysterious video that Mama D hinted at. Everyone is watching. reloading feeds, analyzing every emoji, and unfollowing Stevie J. The trial has already begun, and public opinion is not looking, honey. Quiet is beginning to feel like confirmation. Isn't just a messy breakup. If that clip does come to light and Bambi is seen saying even half of what has been alleged, it's the kind of scandal that destroys friendships, destroys careers, and turns reality stars into tabloid legends. That's why every blurry club photo is important. Couldn't get any worse. The lawsuit began to roll in like storm clouds over Atlanta. Mama D, who never backs down, went live on Instagram once more. But this time she was holding receipts. A man in a suit standing behind her who was supposedly her new legal representative, and a terrifying statement that you all thought it was just tea, honey. This is proof, and we're not just talking we're filing charges. Yes, you read correctly. Mama D says she's collaborating with a legal team to bring a defamation complaint against VH1 producers who, according to her, willfully permitted character. She claims that the network allowed Bambi's alleged manipulation of her son to continue unchecked for views and ratings, even going so far as to script her scenes to make Mama D appear insane, resentful, and irrelevant. Not only that, but she also claimed to have a voice. Recordings of her phone conversations with a certain love and hip-hop executive who begged her to keep quiet about what actually happened off camera and promised her more screen time if she would just give Bambi her moment. However, Mama D, don't play that game. You won't make me feel worse and make me a villain while the streets had form of justice. Screenshots of purported direct messages between Stevie J and an unidentified woman started making the rounds, revealing talks in which Stevie not only acknowledged his relationship with Bambi, but suggested that she was part of her scheme to remove Scrappy from the luggage. Let me read that again. Remove Scrappy from the baggage. The unidentified lady, who is now only known on X as I Simply Drink My Tea, claimed to have had a brief relationship with Stevie last year and saved the texts in case she needed them. And guess what? Her page is now exploding with thousands of followers in daily threads that expose the purported manipulation effort by Stevie and Bambi, complete with time-stamped direct messages, hazy photographs, and speculative voice notes. One especially damning posts included as much as we like to laugh at online investigators. I don't think it's a coincidence that this gem, Steve J, was always present when Scrappy and Bambi began fighting. The timeline also subtly adds up in one post, where followers matched Bambi's former attire. There you have it, people. From viral breakdowns to leaked direct messages, defamation lawsuits, and emotional confessions. This isn't just another love and hip-hop scandal. Mona Scott's former assistant posted paparazzi photos and outfits in unseen behind-the-scenes footage. As we watch everything unfold in real time on reality TV, the question is, who do you think is responsible for Scrappy's demise? Is Bambi really the mastermind behind it all? Or is Mama D just a heartbroken mother watching her son crumble in front of the cameras? We need answers, and you, the public, are the jury. Is she cunning and power-hungry, or is she just the most recent woman to be held accountable for a man's transgressions? And is Stevie J an innocent bystander caught in the crossfire? Or was he acting as a puppet master all along, pulling strings behind the scenes for influence and chaos? Therefore, please share your ideas in the comments section right now. Be afraid to share who is telling the truth, who is playing games, and who will be revealed next. If you thought this was the end of the narrative, don't worry, there's still more to come. Receipts and more secrets to reveal and more partnerships to break so badly if you're here for the like button. Subscribe to Truth if you're a truth seeker. Drama and activate those alerts. Since the following chapter will be released, you will want to sit in the front row for the next time. Continue being nosy and untidy and remain alert.